They're going to be searching our carousel. The carousel is where we hold our scent samples. Some of these samples will be from people that are diseased. Some of them will be from healthy individuals. The dogs are tasked around the carousel, and once they find the target sample, the dogs give us an indication which can be a sit or a stand, and the dogs are then clicked and rewarded for that. Good girl. Go on in.
A medical detection dogs charity, we believe and know that dogs can be trained to find a whole range of different diseases. As soon as we heard of COVID-19 and this global pandemic, we considered to help with that we could help the fight against COVID-19 by training our fantastic dogs. What we believe the dogs will be able to do is detect individuals who are asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic. Now, this is the real challenge, because if you can pick out those people before they have symptoms, but when they're already passing the virus on, this is going to make a huge difference. Now, if you imagine people coming off an aircraft, they're all passing through passport control. A dog could sniff each person in turn. It takes 0.5 of a second. The dog has no direct contact with the individual at all, but could very reliably say this person needs to take a test and be isolated to prevent further spread. I'm a behavioural psychologist, and I have a passion for the way in which animals and humans can work together for the benefit of both, and that understanding a dog's ability to detect human disease through volatile, so smelly molecules that change when you have a disease. So has COVID-19 got an odour? All the training of the dogs is done in our medical detection dog training centre, and the samples come to our site. They're collected in the NHS hospitals, and we work very closely with 2 universities in the UK who will be responsible for preparing the samples, making them safe, and then sending them on to us. The first phase will then be when the samples arrive on site. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, we'll simply be looking at whether or not the dogs are able to detect the difference. Once we know there is a difference, we then go into intensive training, and this intensive training is a 6-week period where the dogs will be trained on hundreds of samples. We have currently 38 biodetection dogs working at the centre, and they're working on a range of diseases. So bacteria detector dogs, our new dogs that detect E. coli. We have Parkinson's disease detector dogs, and we have our prostate cancer detector dog. We then place assistance dogs around the UK, and we've placed over our history over 130 assistance dogs.
Stephen was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is autoimmune, when he was 3. As it's really, really tricky in a child to get exactly the right dose, which is where Molly, our assistance dog, comes in, because she can alert to those changes and warn us before he's dangerously low or too high for too long. If we're at home, Molly fetches Stephen's blood glucose testing meter, and she will find it from wherever we have put it.
I love seeing a dog enjoying his work. I love the fact that the dogs enjoy this so much. To them, it is something that they have just been waiting for us to ask, but also to see the difference in the lives it makes to our clients, and seeing these partnerships go out together, knowing that they're safe because the dog will make sure they're warned of any medical emergency. Every time I see a dog alert, I am just amazed by it. Even though I know how he trained it, it's still amazing.